Hello, my friends. Assalamu alaikum. This is the continuation of part 1. Now, the relevant verses of the Holy Quran. First verse is from chapter 65, verse 12. It is God who has created 7 heavens, and of the earth the like thereof, that is 7. His command descends between them, that is heavens and earth, that you may know that God has power over all things, and that God surrounds all things in His knowledge. The next verse is from chapter 41, verses 30 to 32. Surely those who have declared, Our Lord is Allah, then remained steadfast, on them the angels will descend, saying, Do not fear, and do not grieve, and be happy with the good news of the paradise that you had been promised. We have been your friends in the worldly life and in the hereafter. And for you here is whatever yourselves desire, and for you here is whatever you call for, an initial feast, that is nuzul, from the most forgiving, the very merciful. The next verse is from chapter 3, verse 198. But those who fear their Lord, for them there are gardens beneath which rivers flow, where they will live forever, as an initial feast from God. That which God has in store is better for the righteous. The next verse is from chapter 7, verse 32. Say, who has prohibited the adornment God has brought forth for His servants, and the wholesome things of sustenance? Say, they are for the believers during this worldly life, though shared by others, while they are purely for them on the day of resurrection. This is how we elaborate the verses for people who understand. The next verse is from chapter 32, verses 18 to 20. So, can one who is a believer become like one who is a sinner? They cannot become equal. As for those who believe and do righteous deeds, for them there are gardens to dwell, as an initial feast for what they used to do. And the ones who disobeyed, their abode is the fire. Whenever they wish to come out from it, they will be turned back into it, and it will be said to them, Taste the punishment of fire that you used to deny. The next verse is from chapter 18, verse 102. Do the disbelievers reckon that they can choose my bondsmen as protecting friends beside me? We have prepared hell as an initial feast, that is nuzul, for the disbelievers. The next verse is from chapter 56, verses 47 to 56. And used to say, Is it that when we die and become dust, is it that we will be raised again, and our ancient fathers as well? Say, all the earlier and the later ones will be gathered together for a fixed time of a specified day. Then, O you, the erring, the denying people, you will have to eat from the tree of Zakum, and to fill with it the bellies. Then on top of it, you will have to drink boiling water, and to drink like camels suffering from the disease of overthirst. This will be their initial feast on the day of requital. The next verse is from chapter 11, verses 106 to 108. Those who are wretched shall be in the fire. There will be for them therein nothing but the heaving of sighs and sobs. They will dwell therein for all the time that the heavens and the earth endure, except as your Lord wills. For your Lord is the sure accomplisher of what he plans, and those who are blessed shall be in the garden. They will dwell therein for all the time that the heavens and the earth endure, except as your Lord wills. It will be an award never to be seized. The next verse is from chapter 6, verse 128. The day he will assemble all of them together and say, O you assembly of jinn, many did you mislead of men, and their friends among men will say, Our Lord, we benefited one from the other, but now we have reached our appointed term which you did appoint for us. He will say, The fire is your abode, wherein you will remain forever, unless God wills otherwise. Surely your Lord is all-wise, all-knowing. The next verse is from chapter 74, verse 38. Every person is a pledge for what he has earned. The next verse is from chapter 52, verse 21. And those who believed and their children followed them in belief, we will join their children with them and will not curtail the reward of any of their deeds at all. Every person will be pledged for what he earned. The next verse is from chapter 55, verse 46. But for him who fears the standing before his Lord, there are two paradises. Next verse is from chapter 55, verse 62. And beside them are two other paradises. The next verse is from chapter 2, verse 174. Verily, those who conceal what God has sent down from the book and purchase a small gain therewith of worldly things, they eat into their bellies nothing but fire. God will not speak to them on the day of judgment, nor will he purify them, and for them there is painful punishment. The next verse is from chapter 3, verse 77. Surely those who take a small price by breaking the covenant of God and their oaths, for them there is no share in the hereafter, and God will neither speak to them, nor will he look towards them on the day of judgment, nor will he purify them. For them there is a painful punishment. The next verse is from chapter 4, verse 48. Surely God does not forgive that a partner is ascribed to him, and he forgives anything short of that for whomsoever he wills. Whoever ascribes a partner to God commits a terrible sin. The next verse is from chapter 2, verse 167. And those who followed will say, We wish we had another chance to return to the word, so that we may disown them as they had disowned us. Thus Allah will show them that their deeds were nothing but causes of remorse for them, and they are not to come out of the fire. The next verse is from chapter 5, verse 37. They will wish to come out of the fire, but they will not be able to come out from there. For them there will be a lasting punishment. The next verse is from chapter 19, verses 86 and 87. And shall drive the culprits to hell as a herd. They shall not own intercession, excepting those who have taken of the compassionate a covenant. With this, the question asked by the author of the Grand Scheme of God in the Light of Quran finishes. We will address the answer of ChatGPT in the next segment. Thank you and Assalamu Alaikum.